Yo.
Hey boy, how you
Hey.
doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great because we're about to talk about the best bad movies.
The best bad movies?
That's right. We're talking trash films that are amazing to watch.
Damn. Fucking bad shit films that
Bad
are fucking
movies.
hilarious.
That's right. Hilarious bad movies. We're gonna put them in a tier list. We're gonna rank these bad movies. Let's get this tier list going.
All right, a tier list from S to D, from suck to dick.
That's right.
Suck to dick. I'll get us going. How about that?
Get us going.
The Room with Tommy Wiseau. Anyone who has not seen The Room is a fucking moron. They need to go watch it. S. It is the pinnacle of bad movies. It's the fucking godfather of bad movies. Tommy Wiseau is a psychopath. He's fucking hilarious. There are so many quotable lines from The Room that it really blurs the line between what art is. Like in the book that what's his name, Greg wrote, that you're having me read, which is really funny so far. He said it made him rethink, what art really is. Is it a failure even if it's bad, if it's people resonate with it and people are entertained by it, which so fucking funny that it obviously is entertaining, but definitely S tier for me.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think you were right when you said it's the godfather of bad movies. It's just all the way through. There's just something that keeps you engaged and entertained. And Tommy Wiseau is amazing in all the worst and best ways. Definitely S. I mean, that's the pinnacle of bad movies. That's what you want it to turn out to be. And then you make millions of dollars somehow off of this horrible film that's amazing.
Yeah, there's a reason that they show this movie still all around the country, and people go and have their own little rituals they do by throwing shit at the movie screen. Is really fucking crazy. But he somehow managed to pull off this really bizarre piece of horrible art. It's entertaining and hilarious. I could go on and quote this movie for a very, very fucking long time, but I'm not gonna do that. But please, to anyone who has not watched The Room, you need to do yourself a favor and get a few of your friends together and watch the fucking movie ASAP. It will make you laugh. If you don't laugh at it, you're either a psychopath or you have no fucking sense of humor. Yeah.
All right, S tier.
Yeah. Your turn.
All right, Troll 2. I'm gonna put that at S tier also.
All right.
I enjoyed watching Troll 2. It is a really bad movie that is captivating. It is almost jarring, a lot of the scenes. It's like almost if like The Room had like a weird like horror kind of vibe to it, but it's still really bad and just like really hilarious when it's trying to be scary like that. One of my favorite scenes is when or they're getting like, they're in the Nilbog, I think it's called, store where they're getting milk like that. I would consider that a piece of art too, that movie.
Yeah. I do want to talk about Troll 2. I need to do something not very professional here. However, I don't think it matters. I don't think we are a very professional channel yet. But when I made my screen larger, I forgot to check the recording thing, OBS. It might have messed it up in terms of cutting it off. But I'm not going to stop the video. I need our viewers to bear with me. We're not perfect, right?
Well,
why did it not? Whatever. I think we can keep going. I don't know why it's not recording it in full screen mode. Oh, maybe because I'm not in full screen mode right now. I want to know what it looks like when it's in full screen mode. If it, whatever. We'll gamble.
It should be good.
All right, we'll gamble on it. Okay.
Nice little gamble there for Troll 2.
For Troll 2, yep. Well, hey, we're doing a video on the best, worst movies, so this could be a bad video, right? It would follow the theme.
It would follow, yeah. It's very fitting for this movie, whatever this thing. We're putting it on YouTube?
Yep. YouTube or Vimeo or, wherever we want to fucking put it.
Yeah. All right. You agree with that S tier Troll 2?
Yeah, I might put it A+, maybe one little notch below The Room, but I do think Troll 2 is one of the best, worst movies ever made. The acting is so fucking bad and cringy. That scene where, he's looking up at the kid with the glasses and he's like, they're eating her and then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god. That always makes me laugh. So yeah, I like that rating. Troll 2 is fucking hilarious.
I do agree that The Room should kind of have its own tier. It's kind of like the gold standard of a bad movie.
True. It should have its own tier. There should be a tier just that says The Room.
Yeah.
But, the grandfather in Troll 2 is fucking hilarious too when he comes as like a ghost or something. He's like, Jonathan, I need you to help me, Jonathan. But yeah. Alright, cool. Moving on, right?
Yes.
To Mono's Hands of Fate. We did watch this movie together a long time ago, but do you remember it at all?
I have very little memory of it. I do kind of remember the guy with his like outfit with those red hand things, but yeah, it's a lot of. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of these movies after The Room and Troll 2 kind of like blend together into like a fever dream. So
except for maybe the Wickerman.
Yeah, there's always like certain ones.
Yeah.
But yeah. A lot of them do blend together.
Okay. Yeah, I do kind of agree with that. I remember watching, Monos together, but I don't remember a lot of quotes from it. It didn't seem very quotable. It seemed fucking boring. It was bad. It was a bad movie, but, we have to keep in mind here that the tier list we're making is in regard to how entertaining it is. Is it a bad movie that is truly entertaining and that even though it's bad, you can sit down with it and have a good time with it and laugh your ass off? That's what we're trying to rank here. So in terms of this one, I don't really remember even laughing that hard or anything being very quotable. The fact that you can barely remember any of it kind of means it shouldn't be ranked too highly, I feel like. So I don't know. I mean, I think there were a couple funny parts. D would be reserved for a movie where it's so bad and there's no redeeming qualities at all. I think there were a couple kind of funny parts, so I'm just gonna put it here. I don't, maybe like a C-. I don't fucking know. I don't remember it too well.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I have very little memory of it, so C sounds good if you think there was at least something that made us laugh about it.
Yeah, it was like one or two things. If it was nothing, I would, would go in D. But yeah, C-.
Just side note, I do remember a different movie now that I think we should have put on this list.
Oh, maybe.
It's, I totally forgot the name of it though, but it was about like, remember the sharks? It was like sharks ate a woman from the toilet.
Oh.
And like,
Yeah, I
like
do.
a very obvious like guy in like a paper mache shark costume in the house. Well, I don't remember what it was called, like Shark House or something.
Yeah. No, I totally remember that one now. That should have been on here, man. God damn it.
I would put that at B or something. Whatever that movie was.
Yeah, that one would be at B. That one would be at B. While we're at it, all these movies we gotta, mention that we haven't seen, except for The Happening I've seen. I think you should watch The Happening. It will make you laugh. It's pretty bad. But if I were to rank The Happening, I'd probably put it at like B, like you put the shark movie. But yeah.
We're probably slacking not having seen Sharknado. I know a lot of people really love that movie.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. I don't know why we never watched it. I think we never watched that one because there's a big difference between a movie that is made earnestly and kind of made with like, I don't know, kind of made to be an actual movie, and then versus one that is like way, way, way obvious that, oh, we're making this, crafting it so that it is just like a horrible movie, like on the nose,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Kind of like a different genre in a way.
Like, yeah, it's like a new genre where they're doing it on purpose. I think there's something to be said about the movies that they didn't make it bad on purpose. It just turned out to be a fucking train wreck,
Yeah.
Like The Happening wasn't made to be, a bad movie. He tried to make a good movie. It was just somehow came out god awful.
All right, let's move on to Killer Bean Forever.
All right.
Killer Bean Forever, saw it super long ago. It was it felt like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like it feels like a YouTuber made it.
Yeah.
So, like with the animation and like, I don't know, I would put it at, I would put it at like C, but like a C plus for me.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think there's too much to really say about Killer Bean Forever. It's just like an animated bean assassin killer movie where it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, true. And I think a lot of people like it for some reason. Like they turn it into a video game now. But
Oh, really?
yeah, but I remember. Yeah, I don't remember it being overly funny or anything like that. I agree with you. Kind of, it does not like sit in my mind the way some of these other bad movies do. Where you can just quote them endlessly. I don't really remember any quotes from that movie. So, yeah.
It's just like comparing it to like Troll 2 or The Room. It's just like those two movies I could watch all the way through because it's like consistently there's entertaining things or quotes that come out that are funny, where Killer Bean Forever is just like something maybe I could handle for like 15 minutes and then it's just like, all right, I've seen enough. I get it.
Yeah, just kind of the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right.
Let's do it. What we got next?
Battlefield Earth with John Travolta. God, what year did that come out in? That couldn't have come out after his career was revived. It couldn't have come out after Pulp Fiction, right? I would fucking surely hope not.
Oh my god, bro.
What?
Face Off.
Oh, fuck.
Face Off.
Yeah, what the fuck? God damn.
Right, you want to do a 2-4? You do Face Off and this one, Battlefield.
Yeah, I wish I had a little fucking picture for Face Off. Battlefield Earth. You don't know what year that came out in, huh?
Battlefield Earth now.
Back check that for me real quick.
Yeah.
So I need to know if that came out after his career was revived and brought back to the dead, like Quentin Tarantino, or it must have been before that.
2000.
What? He made that in 2000?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Alright. Well, I think I remember this being more entertaining than Manos and Killer Bean. Like, I think there were like a couple scenes that were genuinely funny, but it was fucking boring though. It wasn't like the Rum of Troll 2 where it was very frequently a really, horribly entertaining, hilarious, weird thing that occurred. So I don't know, maybe C if you agree with that. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's more like, it's just funny when you first see Travolta, like the way he's dressed and all that shit with like his dreads but like,
yeah,
other than that, like quote wise and like entertainment, it's just kind of like middle of the pack for bad movies. I mean, a lot of it is just kind of boring, like it's not like super like hilarious or anything.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I think a big component of the ones that aren't doing too well here would be quotability. To be a good, entertaining, bad movie, you need to be quotable,
Or at least have a memorable scene, something that happens that's like just insane.
True. And you're right that the most entertaining thing about Battlefield Earth would be John Travolta in whatever the fuck getup they put him in.
Yeah. But where would you put Face Off?
Face Off. Face Off would have to go in S or A. I mean, Face Off is fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I think I would put it in A. Maybe A+. It's even like I have core memories from that movie just because it's so insane. Like I remember like the opening with Nicolas Cage as like the priest, like dancing, and like just the whole premise of they switch faces is like insane already. It's a crazy, funny, and bad movie.
True. I love Nicolas Cage in that movie. I think he's fucking hilarious in it. I love Nicolas Cage when he goes off the rails, man. I think a lot of people do. He's just out of his fucking mind, the guy. So, yeah, A for Face Off.
And what a great segue into our next movie.
Yeah.
Wickerman.
There you go. Your turn, man.
I'm putting Wickerman at...
Make the right choice.
Damn. I think I gotta put that at... I'm gonna put it at S. I'm gonna put it at...
I definitely agree.
It's, we both love the original Wickerman movie, which is not bad at all. And to see a remake just be so horrendous, but like hilarious with Nicolas Cage is amazing. Comparing certain parts to the original one that they tried to sort of mimic. Just like so many amazing scenes where Nicolas Cage is, like punching women in the face, or, bees are attacking his face. He's just totally insane throughout the whole movie. I love the Nicolas Cage Wickerman almost as much as the original one, but in like a different way.
I think that would probably be the only example of that in the history of film, because the original Wickerman is in like the top 10 horror movies of all time.
Yeah.
And then for them to do a remake, but for it to be, like you said, almost as entertaining, but in the complete opposite way. I mean, I don't know how they pulled that off, but the movie is fucking hilarious. I feel like it would make a great drinking game with a few people. Like drink whenever Nick Cage freaks the fuck out on a person. Not the bees. It really is weird to know that an actor like Nick Cage can give an amazing performance give amazing performances in other films, and then you get movies like The Wicker Man where he's kind of god awful in it, but not in a, I shouldn't say god awful, but you know, it's not a good performance, but it's fucking hilarious.
Like a more entertaining, but like not. I don't know what his mind frame was doing that. I don't know what he was trying to do.
I think the mind frame was probably a cocktail of a few medications and drugs, to be honest with you, at that fucking period of time. It might have been when he bought the pyramid around there, but I'm really happy that they remade it, which is so weird because a lot of remakes are just bad in a non-entertaining way. Like when you remake a classic horror movie, they're just fucking boring. Horrible, but at least the Wickerman is entertaining and quotable, and I definitely agree with that. S tier for the Wickerman remake. Oh, the bear costume, I love that scene. One of the funniest scenes ever in film, I feel like, when he decks that woman in the fucking bear outfit.
Great movie.
Definitely. Alright, my turn. Kabuki Man. I feel like a lot of people actually haven't seen this one. I don't think it gained, I mean, it kind of did gain notoriety, but not on the level of like The Room or Troll 2. But I would say it was more entertaining and fun to watch than any of the movies in C tier. For sure, yeah. I'm just having a hard time. I do remember like one of the scenes where they're like in a park or something, and
yeah,
you remember that part?
Yeah, that's like the first scene I like remember.
Yeah, me too. So the fact, you know, because we probably watched that like several years ago, so the fact that I can remember that, but I can't really recall an in-depth scene from some of the other movies, means that it needs to go in B or A. But and then just the line is a simple line. It's the name of the fucking movie when he would say Kabuki Man. Was fucking funny too. The makeup and the design of the character is fucking weird and hilarious and a little like off-putting, and I don't know. It's fucking very odd. But the idea of an NYPD officer gaining this power to turn into this Kabuki Man. What even is a fucking Kabuki Man? It's like an Asian, like theatrical samurai type being or something like that. I'm pretty sure if we were to rewatch that movie now, it would seem pretty like racially insensitive, but I don't know, maybe B tier? What do you think?
Yeah, B sounds good. It's definitely a step above those other three.
Yeah.
But it's definitely maybe even a B plus, because it's that Kabuki Man line is so quotable, and there was definitely, I remember laughing a lot watching that movie. It's like a fun bad movie. It's like very fun.
It is really fun, because you are right. You know, laughter is a key too with these movies. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll go back to that one later. Maybe I can't decide between A and B, because it was a really fun movie.
Yeah. That is tough. Maybe A.
Yeah, I think maybe it goes to A.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna put an A. It's a fucking entertaining movie. Really weird and out there. A for Kabuki Man.
Yeah. And from what I remember, it was very easy to watch all the way through. Like, there wasn't any lull in the entertainment, from what I remember.
No, they did a good job of making it so fucking stupidly entertaining. So yeah. Anyone watching? Check out Kabuki Man. NYPD.
Alright, let's get into Catwoman here. Halle Berry Catwoman.
Getting into Catwoman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. I remember my dad rented it because he has like a crush on Halle Berry.
She was hot back then.
Yeah. I don't remember really watching it with him though, but I did watch it like later in life.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put it at B.
Okay. I'll put it up there, B.
I don't remember too much of it. It felt like almost like they were trying to make a Spider-Man Catwoman connection, but it was like very just cheesy and it was pretty bad. A lot of the lines, I don't really remember any of the quotes. Some people might though, and I think it's just it's worth being a B because it is more almost like a cultural. A lot of people are aware of how bad this movie was, and like,
right, that's a good point.
Halle Berry being in it, it was like a really big moment for them.
Yep.
I say B.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. You know what's weird is, because when I was growing up, I loved all the comic book movies. So my mom took me to see that when it came out in theaters.
Really?
Yeah, and even as a kid, you know, I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
That was probably like, I was really young when that came out, you know, so, but, I remember, you know, if as a kid, you fucking don't even think a comic book movie is that entertaining, you know, you have kind of a shit film on your hands. I never saw it later in life again. Maybe I'll have to rewatch it because it might make me laugh. But I do remember I think it was in that movie where she starts like fucking licking herself or cleaning herself like a cat or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's in the Halle Berry Catwoman movie. But yeah, probably the worst interpretation of Catwoman so far. Halle Berry did a way better job in the X-Men movies, I'll tell you that.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, B for Catwoman, yeah.
Alright. Oh, you got a good one.
Oh god, alright. Yeah, fuck. A Talking Cat by visionary director named David Ducatu. For anyone who is not familiar with A Talking Cat or David Ducatu, I should provide a little bit of background info. David Ducatu is a very odd man, who seemingly lives in Hollywood or in California, and he has a house that he seems to film very low budget movies out of. And I think in A Talking Cat, he somehow got the actor Eric Roberts, who is kind of a character actor who's been in some big movies. He was in The Dark Knight and he was in a few other movies, and I think he's a brother of Julia Roberts. So he managed to somehow, I don't know what favor this poor guy owed David Ducatu, but he definitely owed him a fucking favor, to be in this huge pile of shit. Luckily it's not a pile of shit in the way where it's weird. It kind of is a pile of shit in the way where it's hard to get through, but it's so bizarre. It feels like you're in an alternate universe. I will give it that. It genuinely captures the vibe of a bad movie where you feel like you are in a fever dream and you are in an alternate universe. Kind of like how The Room, when you watch The Room, you feel like you're not even on fucking planet Earth. You feel like you're in some deranged, fever dream, and you're going through sleep paralysis or some shit, and you're not even on this version of Earth. You're in some alternate reality, and that is what A Talking Cat feels like. It doesn't feel like you're on Earth. So I do have to give it that. I have to give it props for that. I need to give props to David Ducatu for literally having no filter in regard to any idea that pops into his head. He turns into a movie. If you look at his Wikipedia page, he has hundreds of movies. And then if you look at a given year, he'll have like 15 movies he released in one fucking year. All of which he just films in his house. Some of his movies have this weird homoerotic thing going on where he has shirtless men, gay men running around his home. They're the most weird, haphazardly filmed and written movies that I don't even know if they should even qualify as movies. They're really just like him filming weird shit. But I guess A Talking Cat, he kind of put a story to. I don't remember the intricacies of the fucking plot for A Talking Cat, so my apologies to the viewers who might want an in-depth breakdown of that of that award-winning tale. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's got to go in A or B, because I remember we were laughing a lot, but a lot of the laughter was due to how we would keep noticing that it was his house. At his house, and how low budget it was. And there were even parts where I think they were supposed to be in another house or another location, but you could tell it was in the backyard or it was in another room in his house. You could always tell, and I find that part fucking hilarious. What do you recall from it?
Just like the scenes from the house, and I remember he has like a lot of long like landscape shots that have like nothing to do with where they are really. It was a funny movie, and I think this was probably the third or maybe even fourth film of his we've seen when we saw it. So I think we were already kind of like, if you want to call us David Ducatu fans. So
what a weird concept.
It is very weird. Maybe an A, because it's like almost like a surreal, in a way, his movies.
Right.
I don't even know.
Real horror almost.
Yeah, it is, but it's like not meant to be in a way. It's like
no, it's not.
Man, it's it's almost like the bad movie. He's like the bad movie version of David Lynch or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But and that kind of works in regard to what I was talking about earlier, where I like when it's not intended to come out that way.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a different tone in reality.
Yeah, like it was almost like he was just trying to make like a kid's movie or something, but it turns out to be this really weird fucking thing, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with that. A tier.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Rat Burger.
Rat Burger, yeah.
Ooh.
That was a good, inappropriate reaction.
Yeah. I think this was it was like in the UK, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Just a weird movie about this guy who seems like a pedophile or something. I don't know how to describe this, like, main villain or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, right.
Another almost surreal movie. I remember there were definitely parts that made us laugh, but a lot of it we were just kind of looking in like almost horror, or like some sort of fear was inside of us watching Rat Burger.
Yeah.
I would put that at A, I think.
Yeah.
A is a good spot for Rat Burger. If you haven't seen it, I guess I would recommend it if you just want a really weird night watching this thing.
Yeah, I'm glad we're also able to take into account, like you were talking about, you're able to recall the feeling we had, while watching some of these movies. I think being able to recall that, it means it had an impression on us and it at least entertained us. And I do remember laughing a lot at it too, but almost in that weird, off-putting way where, like, I think that movie was based on a fucking children's book, right?
Was it?
I think it was, yeah, Rat Burger. I think it was supposed to be like this kids movie, and it was just so off-putting and weird, and I think what also makes us laugh at times is when, you know, you try to think of what was going through the fucking director's head when they're making one of these movies. Like,
Yeah.
are you high? Are you drunk? Or what's the full background on the creation of the movie, you know?
I would bet that someone was high. Yes.
Yeah, on Rat Burger. Do we even remember the fucking main plot? Why was it called Rat Burger? Because they were making burgers out of rats and then trying to sell them in like a a food truck or like a something.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Like there were like some kids that like tried to foil the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like a cheaper. It's just selling people rat burgers.
All right.
People kept buying them.
Yeah, true. What a weird fucking film, man. I'm not gonna call it a film. Weird movie. All right. On to Batman and Robin here. I grew up with that movie. You did too, right? You watched it when you were growing up.
Yeah. Also featured in our Batman movie tier list.
Correct. Yeah. If you have not checked out the Batman movie tier list, definitely check it out.
Might have a different rank than what we give it here.
Yeah. True. You know, in regard to the other Batman movies, we were ranking them as like legitimate films, you know, totally different. It would be like apples and oranges, you know. But for here, you know, if we're ranking it just on entertainment value alone in regard to, you know, so bad it's good, it deserves to be kind of high because it's so fucking bad and entertaining. Batman having a fucking credit card, Mr. Freeze having a different ice pun every line out of his fucking mouth. I don't really remember Uma Thurman too much in the movie. I'm shocked that they even got her to be in that movie. But I guess George Clooney too, I'm shocked. I mean, they probably thought it wasn't going to turn out that way. They thought it was going to turn out like, you know, whatever, some of the other Batman movies. But, I don't know, maybe, I mean, it is quotable kind of, at least with Mr. Freeze. But I don't know. Watching that movie is definitely nowhere near, even though it is quotable to a degree, and it's kind of fun to watch and kind of entertaining to a degree because it's so bad. It's not as funny anywhere near as funny as The Room, Troll 2, or Wickerman.
No.
And it's probably not as weird of an experience as these fucking three. These three in A are a fucking fever dream right here, I'll tell you that. But it's more entertaining than Catwoman.
Yeah, that's true.
It's either a B plus or an A minus. What do you think?
Yeah, I think a B plus.
Yeah, so put it like before Catwoman as a B plus.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All right, and then for the viewers at home, I think I'm just gonna throw The Happening in at B. Are you cool with that? Even though you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Just so they know that they could check that out. It's middle of the road. What do you think?
I like it. We got in S tier, we got The Room, we got Troll 2, and The Wickerman. Very quotable, hilarious all the way through. The Room's the gold tier standard. And Troll 2 and the Wickerman follow in its footsteps wonderfully. A tier, we got Kabuki Man,
Oh yeah.
Head, and Rat Burger. Two of them are animal themed, and one is a Japanese cop undercover guy. Very also funny. They all evoke strong emotions one way or the other throughout the film. I think that's fair to say. B, we got middle of the pack bad movies, Catwoman. We got the shitty Batman movie, and we got The Happening. Yeah, just middle of the pack, not terrible, like boring wise, but there's some entertainment value there. And then C, Battlefield Earth, Monos, Killer Bean Forever. Kind of just like a little entertainment, but nothing too crazy. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if you watched them, but
Right.
could do a lot better. Nothing in D tier. I might move Killer Bean Forever to D tier. I mean,
All right. Yeah, I can do that. I'm cool with that.
yeah. And then we also, the ones we forgot, we had Face Off, which I think, what did you say, A for Face Off?
Yeah, I agree with that. A for Face Off, really entertaining movie.
And then, what was the other one we forgot?
Oh fuck, Face Off and
The shark one.
Dark House or whatever it was called.
I put that in maybe B plus or something like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Cause that one was fucking funny.
Yeah, it definitely, I would say B plus because it does evoke like crazy emotions throughout, and there is like some hilarious scenes, but it's also, I wouldn't say it's like consistent. There were some like parts where it was kind of just boring and like, just like eh.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I'm sure we might get some shit from people for some of the ones we haven't seen because, you know, considering we really enjoy watching bad movies, I guess it would be kind of weird that we didn't watch Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah. Oh, it's called House Shark.
Okay. We had it backwards.
Shark House is something on Discovery Channel.
Oh God, alright. Gotcha. But, yeah, maybe in the future we'll have to watch a few of these, down here.
Yeah. Yeah, tell us which ones we definitely got to watch from that haven't seen group. There's a couple like in that, like the first two and last two, it's like the same actor and like those.
Yeah, this fucking guy. I think this guy is kind of like a David Ducado type dude who is in a ton of bad movies. I guess David Ducado only directs him, but same type of deal. Like he's involved in a ton of these low budget. Yeah, he's over here too. He's in 5 of these, this guy.
Wow.
So I don't know this guy's fucking story, but maybe we should check him out. And then Vanilla Ice was in a movie called Cool as Ice.
That's gotta be so bad.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta watch that one eventually.
Yeah. And I think if we like Kabuki Man, maybe Samurai Cop will be up our alley too.
Yeah, I know that one definitely has a cult following, so people are gonna be saying, why the fuck haven't you watched Samurai Cop, huh?
Yeah.
Whatever, fuck those people. We will watch it eventually.
Yeah, I like our list here.
Me too. I like how at the top we have the holy trinity of terrible movies. That really is, you know, in terms of entertainment value, The Room, Troll 2, and The Wickerman. Holy trinity.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I wonder if we forgot some other ones we watched. We probably did.
The only other one that came into my head while we were making this, I think it was called Left Behind.
Left Behind.
Yeah, we watched it together. I think it was about the world was ending or something, and the guy. I mean, it must have been about someone who was left behind. It was a weird movie. It was like a religious movie, kind of. But yeah.
Oh, is it about the apocalypse or something?
Yeah.
I vaguely kind of.
It's a low budget movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nice tears
From your eyes?
from my eyes to your mouth.
I'll look them up.